you have a weird smell in your car or truck when you turn on the AC or your heat? It's most likely your cabin air filter that needs to get changed. There's probably leaves, debris, mold, or bacteria trapped in there. So today I'm going to show you how to change it, and one of the most overlooked steps of how to prevent it that most people forget to do. They just change their cabin air filter and call it a day, but they don't check under the hood. So before we start, pop your hood. So what I'm talking about is here, all this. This is all debris. This is the air intake that goes into the air conditioning and heating system. Vacuum this stuff up. Look at all this pollen. This is all pollen and leaves, all this. This is all getting sucked in there and clogging up the filter. So grab your vacuum and just vacuum all this up. While you're in here, if you see anything else, any other debris, vacuum that stuff up too. That's the most important step. Vacuum all that out. Sometimes you get a lot of stuff in here that gets built up. So anytime I open up the hood to check the oil or do whatever I'm doing under here, add some windshield washer fluid, if there's leaves up here, I'll clean them out because they're going to build up. So that's done. You don't have to do anything else under the hood. The cabin air filter that I'm going to show you how to change today is on the 2018 Chrysler Pacifica. The same procedure will apply to many other of the model years of the Chrysler Pacifica. This is the 3.6 gas motor that's in this car. If you have a hybrid, it might be slightly different. The cabin air filter is located right behind the glove box. And to get to it, open up your glove box and empty it out. Get your owner's manual and whatever else is in there out of there. After you open up your glove box, you have this little rope that's here. It controls how slowly your glove box opens. We're gonna have to release this. And all you do is just pull it down and it pops right off. Show you that again. Grab it with one finger, and if you want to pull on that whole assembly, it just pops it off. You see how it's slotted? And then just releases. The other thing that you need to look at, that you need to release, one is here. See that little tab right there? That's one of them. And the same one is on the opposite side. So what you have to look at is, sometimes you have to release one before you release the other. Like this one, I pull up a little bit, and you can see I can release this, and it's open. But on this car, if you look on the right side, I'm pushing up a little bit, and it's still not releasing. I have to go all the way up to there before it actually can release. And what happens here is, this little piece has to get pushed back too. You're gonna have to push back on this, right? And at the same time, pull on the side panel to get it to release. I'll do that again. Lock it into place. I have to get it past this point right here because that little tab is not going to be able to release the way this is set up. If I have to release the right first, then I'll go to the left side. So I'll go up, I'll push this back, and after I push this back, I'm going to pull this in. Just like that. And that'll sit right on here. Now we'll do the left side. Push up on the glove box slightly as you're about to close it. Push back on this lever, and with this finger I'm going to grab it, and you see how that tab releases off that corner? That's what we're going to do. And just like that, it releases. After it releases, You're going to push it all the way down and it'll slide right off. So the cabin air filter is located behind this panel. And to get access to it, we need to remove this. And the way you remove it is with a flathead screwdriver. You have these push pins that are right here. And all you do with these are you push the center of it slightly in, and then the whole thing pulls right out. It's like that. If you push too far with the screwdriver, it'll cause it to separate. To fix it, all you do is grab the two pieces, and from the front, just slightly push this in until it sits just like that. You can fold it up and out of the way. This is where the filter access cover is for the cabin air filter. I like taking this whole panel off instead of having this in your way. There are two more up on top. Here's one, and here's the second one. So all I'm going to do is, again, just push that in slightly, and then try to get it off. Sometimes these do give you a little bit of a problem, and other times they don't. Same thing here. Sometimes they give you a problem, so you might have to take the pin out of the back and then slide the rest of this piece out, just like that. And then you'll have the two pieces, the one and the two, and just put them back together so at least you have them. With this, if you notice, there's a glove box light here, so you just got to be careful with that. Since everything's off, we'll take this and the whole thing will lower. That's the glove box light. Depress this connector and push it out. Now that's out of the way. So this right here is the cabin filter access cover. There are two tabs on either side that you depress and you can remove it. The tab is right here. If you push it out and pull it towards you, it releases. And I'm already seeing debris fall. Same thing on this side. There. And this is what you have. Look at all that in there. You have all this stuff that's all over here, right? If you can take out the filter, a lot of that can fall into the rest of the ventilation system. So I'm just going to vacuum it out real quick. So all I'm going to do is just vacuum this out as much as I can. I'm going to grab the filter and pull it right out. So, look what this filter looks like. I'll look in there, see how it looks. Looks clean. So the filter's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Because look at all that. It's getting trapped in there. If I flip it over, it's clear on this side. But all this stuff, it's getting filtered. So your blower motor is working harder because it has to pull through all this. Look at all that. It's all being trapped. So that's the old filter. And if you notice, it tells you which way the airflow is. Airflow is down. So the air's coming from the outside, going through here, it's filtering all this debris, and then this is what's going out to the air conditioning system. A lot cleaner. Boom. This is the one I picked up off Amazon. It says it has activated charcoal. Take this out. Just like you took it out, airflow, the arrow is going to be pointing down because you want the air coming from the outside, hitting this, catching everything, and from here it's going into your AC and heating system. So the same way we took it out, airflow, as you can see, the arrow's pointing down. I'm going to slide it right back in. There's this wire up here that I got to move out of the way slightly. Sometimes if you can't get it on straight in because of the way it's set up, you don't put it on an angle. You can do it on an angle just like that. I got this wire in the way and gently push it in. Other times you can actually get it in this way and push it out. And in this little corner that's right here, you can slowly, gently push it in and get it in there. And push it in the rest of the way. Once you have your filter back in the proper position with the airflow and the arrow pointing downwards, you have to put the cover back on. And all you do is line it up and just push and push on one end. Give it a little pull outwards, make sure it's fully locked in, and that's it. Then you're gonna grab that cover and plug in the glove box light. If you want to make sure it works, the button is right here, on and off, and just set this back in place. You have to grab your plugs and you push this one out. If you want to start with the bottom one, with the lowest one, you could do that because it'll hold the rest of this cover in place. And I push it in and it's locked into place. And now you can do the same thing for the top. Line up the holes and push it into lock into place. Sometimes I like taking the center pins out because it makes it a little bit easier to get these into the hole, especially in tight spots, like in this corner up here. So I'll line up the hole. It will hold itself in place and then grab the center pin, push it in, and push it down flush to lock it into place. I'm reshooting this to show you how easy this is to put in. All you do is just slip it right in. If you try to put it in before you put the 3 pins in, it's just going to fall out. It's very flimsy. You do it last, sometimes you forget, but it's very simple just to place it in, just like that. The glove box has these 4 tabs that slide into the bottom of the dashboard, and once you put them into place, push it up just like that. Don't forget this lower mechanism. You want the point pointing upwards, because if you have it in the opposite direction, there's a very good chance this loop is going to slide right out of this little holder that it's holding. So the point goes up, pull it, and push it right into place, just like that. Once we get to this point, we're going to put this side in first, because this is going to ride up against the dashboard until it opens up to that space back there. So push this in first, same thing on the other side, and keep on going. Sometimes you might have to push them in just to lock them in place, but that is it. Make sure it closes properly. Last thing to do, don't forget to put the owner's manual back in. So if you're still here and have finished watching this video to the end, thank you very much. If you'd like to be kept in the loop of more videos like this, DIY, how to fix it yourself, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.